The purpose of this video is basically to help further explain these new 2020 code clauses through a model I created with the help of many different internet sites and the code. Let's take a look at 2721. This basically is a system that collects rainwater discharged just from a roof surface. Why just a roof surface? As it is possible to collect rainwater from other surfaces like patios, lawns, gardens, driveways, roadways, garages, parking lots, etc. These surfaces are too susceptible to contamination. This particular model has been created in concordance to 2721 subsection 2, meaning with a storage tank, pumps, pipes, fittings, etc. It does not include a rain barrel not connected to a plumbing system. So let's take a look at subsection 4 under rainwater harvesting. And here it basically talks about how we're going to treat the water and filter the water, because we want to clean up that we don't have stinky water inside the apartment building. So the first one here, subsection 1 here, says a debris screen with a mesh size of not more than 6 mils ahead of the storage tank. Well, you can see that right in this little square aqua box saying debris screen. First flush diversion system, which is our emergency overflow. A calming or settling chamber. This would be the big tank right in front of you. And a device to prevent the entrainment of sediment into the pump. The pump is way over on the other end of the 155,000 gallon rectangular concrete tank. So we're going to need something there to prevent any sediment from plugging the pump. And then finally, there'll be another mesh-like filter inside the calming or settling chamber to also collect any debris. Now, just in case our large 155,000 gallon rainwater concrete tank is below the level of the adjoining street, well, then you'd have to put an indirect connection on it or a backwater valve. So I've allowed for a backwater valve in that red manhole to the right, and that'll prevent any street or storm water from backing up into our rainfall tank. Now let's check out where we can run this rainwater to after it comes out of our filtered and treated tank. We could run it to our irrigation in the lawn, so I'd have a lawn kind of in between the parkade and the apartment building here, and so we can use it for that. It'll be pumped up from the tank to irrigation. We can also use it for the purple, and that would be the green line. The purple line right here would be our non-potable water in the house. Now it says in the code that we're allowed to pump this to water closets, urinals, and clothes washing machines. So let's check it out. Here you can see that it is going to a clothes washing machine. Now notice I've installed 4.8 liter water closets, which aren't even in our new code book in the 2020, but they are the current ones we sell now. So we'll probably change the fixed unit rating on these. They might be lower later, but that's unknown yet. So if you follow the purple main, which is the rainwater, all the way up to the 7th floor, you'll notice that all the toilets are being fed with rainwater as well as the washing machines. And that should work pretty good, because washing machines and toilets use quite a bit of the water. They figure this will help out with 50 to 60% of your water use in this building. So now we're going to continue and follow along this purple water line, or non-potable rainwater, which is going to go to some more now urinals and water closets over on the left side of this building on the main floor. So if we turn around here, we're going to take a look at it. It's feeding a urinal flush tank, or 4 urinals that are feeding 4 urinals below it, and it's feeding 4 flush-on toilets on the left of that. That's all being used by rainwater. So the potable water is really in this bathroom only going to the lavs. Now let's look at the final exit point from our large cistern in the parkade. And there you can see a cooling tower pump room because this aqua pipe is feeding the cooling tower up on the roof. So let's follow it up on the roof. And here you can see it going up. And it'll feed into my little mechanical room on the roof, which has an RP in it because it says here in subsection 9, make up water connections to non-potable rainwater harvesting systems shall be equipped with an RP or have an air gap. So there is our RP, and then it feeds into the cooling tower. So we're using rainwater also, or treated rainwater, to feed our cooling tower, which is pretty cool. Now, one last one while we're up here, and that is there is in the appendix under 2723 a subsection on pedestrian traffic, which basically says no one's allowed on this roof except for qualified personnel in case you have a rooftop unit here to work on, or the RP, or even window washers. All the rest of the pedestrians are off limits to our rainfall harvesting roof. So that's about it for non-potable rainwater harvesting. This was just an appetizer. There is still a few more rules that we will cover in class, and then of course a D12 multiple choice assignment will follow.